Vincent Valdez joins us in Studio B. He is sharing the inspiration behind his powerful exhibition at Contemporary Arts Museum Houston. We'll have more on his larger-than-life pieces and how you can experience his work for just a few more days. Don't go anywhere. Houston Life will be right back. Welcome back to Houston Life. It's been called provocative, emotional, and a must-see. Houston and Los Angeles-based artist Vincent Valdez is turning heads with his nationally touring exhibition, now on display right here at Contemporary Arts Museum Houston.
Yeah, with what's called his cinematic paintings, Valdez explores identity, history, and the American experience, even when it's uncomfortable. He joins us now along with Contemporary Arts Museum Houston Curator Patricia Restrepo with more on the inspiration behind this powerful work. Welcome to you both. It's great to have you in studio. First of all, we want to point out this is the first time an exhibition like this has ever taken place at Contemporary Arts Houston. Both levels, entirely Vincent's work. Patricia, why did his work speak to you so much?
Derek, you're entirely right. Our museum has been around 76 years, and this is the first time we decided to dedicate the entirety of our gallery to such a visionary artist. Our mission is to show the most urgent and compelling art of our time, and Vincent really encapsulates that. He reminds us that important moments in American history are not always taught, and he is able to see for a world and for a country that often might otherwise be blind. So he focuses on community building and celebration of individual spirit as an antidote to our country's collective forgetting.
We're seeing footage right now of the exhibition, and the portraits are so moving. They're deeply personal. Can you just talk to us about your experience of growing up? Because you grew up in San Antonio. You're here in Houston. We're so proud that you are representing just us, but you really seem to represent the collective. Talk about that.
Sure. I think that my representation and my observation of a collective community, be that in the south side of San Antonio, in Texas, in the American Southwest, and in a broader scope in contemporary America, this provides me with my sort of thesis. It's the nucleus of the way that I try to interpret what my experience is here in life in 21st century America. This has been my quest throughout, not only the 2 decades represented within this exhibition, but over the course of my artistic creative journey and lifetime. Vincent,
you explore all kinds of, things that happened, experiences over the last 100 years. The KKK, how a Mexican-American neighborhood was completely bulldozed to build a baseball stadium. I mean, these are things that Patricia just so eloquently said. Many of us were either not taught about them, or we're trying to pretend they didn't happen. We're trying to wipe away that history. Why is your work more important than ever right now? Because so much of what I looked at, it really hits home given the current state of the world. Well, I think it couldn't be a more perfect moment for this work to, in a way, be more justified than it is today. I think it's a solid reminder about why critical thinking in contemporary society is more important than ever when we are facing on a daily basis, a real effort to rewrite history, to deny history, to pretend that history is no longer in the present. The past is the present, and in 21st century America, I am absolutely convinced that this is these kinds of, the end result is in many ways what we are facing today as a society in terms of our challenges about how we move forward, about where we go from a moment like this. And and so I think that the power of any art, the nature of the artist and the work that they are creating as messengers throughout not only art history, but within world history, I think the artist always has a way of finding a means to testify about what it is that they see out in the world.
It has been called haunting. The Strangest Fruit series confronts the little-known history of Mexican and Mexican-American lynchings that happen right here on Texas soil. Patricia, what has been the feedback? I know the exhibit is only here through the weekend. There's a sense of urgency to kind of go see and feel this exhibition. What has been the feedback so far?
Absolutely. We're so fortunate that we're a free museum. So we extend our arms and we welcome everyone. And we've had visitors who've never been in a museum context before. Young artists who are able to flip through the flat files and to be able to see Vincent's progression, his sketchbooks from age 3 to 48. Wow. Then we have these really intimate moments of connection. And then we've also had incredible community celebration moments. We had a cumbias and contemporary art program in the middle of the day where 1,000 people were gathered to dance amongst Vincent's work and to feel seen and represented and accounted for in the context of the American canon. So there's really been such a vast responses with intergenerational visitors all feeling like conversation has been incited within the gallery and that they're welcome in our space.
Vincent, we're super tight on time. There's a 38-foot long painting of Klansmen, and you describe, this is based on essentially a very uncomfortable experience you had with the KKK when you were just 16 years old in front of the Alamo. A lot of people might say, well, this is uncomfortable, and this makes me nervous, and I don't even know what to feel when looking at a piece like that. What is your message to someone who might steer away from the reality of the world?
Well, I think that some of the most hard-hitting, evident truths are embedded in the uncomfortable, right? I mean, I think that the truths that we dig for as a community, as a species, in many ways are revealed within the moments that might be most hardest to confront for us. And I think that if we bow down and sort of give in to, trying to make ourselves more comfortable rather than confronting what challenges us the most, then this is when, a society can face a severe social amnesia and a fog of memory. It is my job as the artist, as a storyteller, to try to remind us all to search for those truths. The truths are evident. We have just in many ways forgotten how to see. And so if these images can help individuals to open their eyes and see with a little bit more clarity, then my job is complete.
Wow, it is such an honor to have you both on the show today. It truly is. We cannot wait to get out to see this exhibition.
And we wish we had an hour with you guys.
We do a whole show on this. Vincent Valdez, Patricia Restrepo, curator there at Contemporary Museum Houston, Contemporary Arts Museum Houston. Thanks so much. Remember last week we had Contemporary Arts Museum Houston on.
Yes.
Patricia, who's the curator, and then Vincent Valdez.
Vincent Valdez.
So his show closed yesterday, sadly. You're gonna have to go to Massachusetts to see it. I think I have some video. So after work on Friday, I went over to Contemporary Arts Museum Houston to see the exhibition. This is the first time they have done a solo show for one artist on both the main level and downstairs. And his works are just so powerful. I mean, these are like Mexican lynchings being depicted, like things that many of us were either not taught about happening in history or we're trying to pretend didn't happen. This is the exterior of Contemporary Arts Museum Houston. It's just so beautiful. Sorry if these photos are kind of out of order.